What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Raider Los. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the bell so you're notified whenever I come out with a new video, and leave some comments. I know a lot of people have been leaving some comments on my first video, but I want to come out with some videos first before I start interacting with people, so be patient, guys. Well, as you can see from that thumbnail, let's get straight to it. Was Derek Carr betrayed by the Raiders? And the easy answer is you could easily say yes or no. But that's not why you picked this video. I'm here to give you a thought out explanation of what I think. It all started in 2014 when we drafted Derek in the second round out of Fresno State. He started his first year, and how did we start? We started off 0-10. We didn't get our first win until that Thursday night in Oakland against the Kansas City Chiefs. Just when we thought we hit the corner and we finally got a win, what did we do that very next week? We had one of, I think, our worst losses in franchise history, 52-0 to the Rams. And that's where the inconsistency would start, right there. That following year, we drafted Amari Cooper in the first round to give Derek a real number one wide receiver. That's what he needed, and he did good. He did good for those first 2 years with Amari. 2016 came, and he was having a tremendous year. But you know who else was having a good year? The guy on the other side of the ball, Khalil Mack. He was having such a good year that he won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award. Derek, on the other hand, was on his way to becoming the MVP, in my opinion, until he broke his foot that Christmas Eve. He broke his foot that year, and what did we do that offseason? We gave him a contract. A contract extension. We made him the highest paid player in NFL history. At the time, it was only for a couple days till I think Jimmy G passed him. Don't quote me on that. So we rewarded him, even though Khalil Mack won the Defensive Player of the Year award. I thought we should have gave that money to Khalil. You know, if we could have gave that money to Khalil, who knows? I don't think John Gruden, hindsight, you want to say that, but who knows? Maybe John Gruden would have ended up trading him away in 2 years. So we end up firing Jack Del Rio after, the locker room turned on him, so they said. And we hire an offensive coach for Derek, John Gruden, for the last 2 years of our franchise staying in Oakland. And we had high hopes. We wanted to send those Oakland fans off with a bang. We wanted to make the playoffs. Me being a season ticket holder for the last year in Oakland, we wanted to make the playoffs. We were close to making the wild card. And of course, just like every other year since Derek, other than the first year, we're always in the hunt in December. Barely, we're the last team in the hunt every year. And it's almost like fool's gold, that in the hunt, the last team, with the losing record, hoping that some other teams lose and we win. And we were tired. A lot of fans are tired of that. I remember that last game in Oakland. We played that last game in Oakland to send off those Oakland fans. We had to win. We were up at halftime. Don't quote me. I think we're up 13-3 to Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That was Minshew's rookie year. And Derek lost to him. We were up at halftime. We gave up the lead. Didn't score in the second half, I think. And I think we ended up losing 16-3, 17-13. 17-13, I think it was. And of course, we lost. People were throwing stuff on the food onto the field, ripping up the seats, ripping posters, ripping the banners. We should have known then. We should have known then that this inconsistency was going to continue in Las Vegas. But we needed something to sell to those new fans. How could we start over with a brand new quarterback? So we ended up keeping Derek. And those 2 years, those first 2 years in Vegas, don't get me wrong, he was doing great. We drafted Henry Ruggs. We signed Darren Waller. He was doing good with guys like Nelson Aguilar. He was doing very good until 2021 came. The downfall. When everything changed. We started off 3-0 that year with John Gruden. I think we lost this. And then those allegations came out. The leaked emails came out. We ended up firing John Gruden. And then within less than a month, our star young wide receiver goes and gets in a car crash and takes a woman's life. And we named Coach Rich Bisaccia as the interim head coach. And we flourished with him. We did great. We made the playoffs. It was a remarkable season. Derek played great. At the end of the year, the last 4 games. So the season ends. We make the playoffs. And we didn't rehire Coach Rich Bisaccia. We went in the new direction. We went and hired an offensive coach. A coach with championship experience in Josh McDaniels. I think that was a great hire. Someone with championship experience, more championships and more wins than something a lot of us Raider fans have ever, we've ever seen. Most of us have never seen a playoff win. I certainly haven't. I'm 28, and yes, I remember when the Raiders went to the Super Bowl against the Bucs and we lost, but I don't really count that. Those are my Raiders. Those are my pops Raiders. My Raiders are those Raiders that would just win 2 games a year, 4 games a year. I am one of those fans that Derek has been the majority quarterback of my fanhood. But not to get off track, we hired Josh McDaniels. And what else did we do this offseason? We hired Derek's best friend and the best wide receiver in all of the NFL, Davante Adams. Okay? And we thought it was a match made in heaven. I thought we were Super Bowl contenders, regardless of how terrible the defense was and still is and has always been for the last 15, 20 years, of course. But when you are paying a quarterback top 10 money, you expect that quarterback to overcome bad defensive play from time to time. And that is what ultimately lost Derek Carr his job this year. That inconsistency play. Week 1, 3 turnovers against the Chargers. We let it slide. We said, you know what? It's a new system. He went to Davante, I think it was like 17 times. It's a new system. Let's give him a chance. Started off 0-3. Statistically, you're damn near impossible to make the playoffs. But with us being Raider fans, we still said there is still hope. We will make the playoffs. Of course, we still had hope. We won a game against the Texans, and then we would lose. Then we would win, and then we would have 2 stinkers to the Jaguars and getting shut out against the Saints. 0 points against that team. I don't even think Derek crossed the 50-yard line that game. And we're paying him top 10 money. We're paying this guy top 10 money, and he's producing like a bottom 10 player. At the end of all this, I got to say, I don't think the Raiders betrayed him. At the end of the day, the NFL stands for not for long. We knew Derek wasn't going to be the Raiders quarterback forever. We knew that. And when you give a guy like that so many weapons, a good offensive line, and don't tell me the offensive of line was terrible when you have a the number one leading rusher in the NFL and the best wide receiver, damn near 1,500 yards, statistically one of his better seasons. So don't tell me that we have a terrible offensive line. Josh McDaniels could call up plays. You would see those games where he was killing it. Games like against KC. Even with Jarrett Stidham against the Niners. There was flashes there, and Mark Davis is the owner, and he just signed Josh McDaniels with championship experience, and he also signed the GM with championship experience, and he's tied to them. And I think he just couldn't take it anymore. Enough is enough. It is time for the Raiders to go into a new direction. Whether that be drafting in the first round, using our first round pick with the quarterback, or signing. There's guys out there that might be available like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy G. I think Raider Nation wants a new fresh start. We're not getting any younger. I'm 28. I want to see a playoff win. I want to see a division win. I'm tired of Kansas City kicking our ass. I'm tired of when we go to the cold, we know Derek is not going to play good. I think he's never won under 30-degree weather. And don't give me that, plenty of other quarterbacks haven't. Well, I want one that does. I want a Patrick Mahomes. I'm tired of people of saying, not every quarterback is Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow. I know that. You're absolutely right. Well, why the hell can't we go draft one like that? Why do we have to stick with Derek? Tom Brady. I know Tom Brady is old, but we ain't going to get into that. That'll be for my next video. If you like this video, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, leave some comments if you agree with me. Do you think Derek was betrayed? I personally don't think so. Not for long, lead NFL. That's what it stands for. Not for long. He wasn't going to be with us forever. But thanks for rocking with your boy. Till next time, peace.